Hey guys, today I have a game between Lela and Texel. Lela playing the white pieces. Lela is an AI engine which plays chess, and Texel is just a normal engine. And Lela's running in a graphic card, whereas Texel is running in a dual processor i7. The game begins with e4 by Lela. Texel replies with c5, knight f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, a6. The Najdorf defense, probably the most popular opening these days. h3. So this is a diversion from main line, and quite popular move in the olden times. Fischer used to play it a handful of times, and recently it became more popular. E6, usually mainline continues with e5, knight e2, and h5, trying to stop this g4 move. Now g3, and we continue development. Quite a pleasant position for white. Nice development, I would say, and easy to play. And for black, though it's not that easy to play, he does have some ideas of h4 soon, and some b5, and yeah. So he has his own counterplay. Sorry. Yeah, own counterplay, and bring the knight over. So in the game, e6 was played, allowing this g4 move and this pawn shown, which you're gonna see right now. Bishop g2, bishop e7, bishop e3, and f4. This pawn storm, with such a attacking initial pawn structure, hyperextending, and black here just tries to maneuver his knight, play b5, bishop b7, queen c7, and get some initiative. Rook c8 gets some initiative on the queen side, whereas white plays in the king side. Castles by both sides, and knight e2, quite a good move, trying to keep the pressure on the e6 pawn, that eyeing on f5, g5 any moment. They take exchange here, and Lela plays queen f3, Texel plays knight c5, queen g3, and bishop f7, f6. Here Lela plays a dubious move, but at the same time it's understandable. c3, kind of like double protecting the knight and placing a central outpost. However, this weakens the d3 square, as you guys can see, and Texel jumps to that. So knight d3 was played, and here Lela just ignores this pawn and just plays h4. Texel gets quite greedy here, and he just decides to grab the pawn, and Lela plays g5, and over here their position already looks quite unpleasant for black, as you can see. If I were playing this position, I would definitely prefer white, because he's got the initiative, the attack, and there's a killer blow somewhere, and we just need to find it. So here an exchange occurs. Here he could have also tried to play bishop takes d4, which would lead to also an unpleasant position after this continuation, and king f2, quite a powerful move, making room for the rook to come over and the queen, and to crush the black king. And there is no f6 because g6, and you just completely kill the black king here. So king f2 is a very powerful move, and which makes the position completely winning, in fact. So here, instead of taking the knight, he just drops back with the bishop. Now here she plays a very cold winning move. I'll give you 5 seconds to find it. Yeah, most of you probably guess it's not f5, but if you guys guess f5 also, it's a very good move also. It's probably even winning. Knight c4 is can be played by black. Here even, well, you can drop the bishop if you want. But the best move here would probably be like something like f6 and completely opening up the king's position. And I think you can even sacrifice at this point because you got this checkmate coming. So f6 would be completely crushing, I think. And if you grab, well, this is still just lost because we can get the queen here, queen over, or probably just queen g3, queen h4, and bring the rook over, and this should be winning. So, and if any other moves like pawn takes, for example, just pawn takes, and this just looks bad. Like visually also, just like f6, g6, any move is winning here because it's just gonna strip the black king open. There's all of the black pieces are defending. This knight is misplaced here. This bishop's very strong in this long diagonal. This bishop's doing nothing. This rook is doing nothing. This rook is on the attack. This knight is well centered. This bishop's defending. Only this rook has to come in the game, and that would eventually happen after the rook lift, probably to like f4, or probably after some queen h4, rook f3, and yeah, this would be completely winning. So there, yeah, a lot of arrows, but just explaining the entire position for you guys. Yeah, so knight c4, we discussed f6, and yeah, so those are the possibilities. But queen h4 played by Lela, very strong move. And Texel plays g6 in desperation here, crushing move f5, as you all can see. Very easy to spot, but well, this is quite a crushing blow. Rook f3 and exchange and resign. And Texel resigns here because there's quite frankly nothing that black can do. Black, if for example if black plays here, you just lose the queen. Well, you do not even lose the queen, you just lose the game. Here it's checkmate. Let's say if you play something like e5 here, well, yeah, I think I can sacrifice this knight because I'm just gonna get queen h8 and this checkmate. So there's not much. It's like a zugzwang, and well, the idea is just rook h3 and checkmate, and quite difficult to stop this. Maybe you have to give up some rook or something, and again you lose your queen in this process, losing. Well, actually not even that. This should be crushing. Probably even takes with the, yeah, probably even takes with the rook. Should get the job done here. Yeah. Plays here. Well, then it's checkmate. And yeah, you're kind of trapped here. This is a nice sacrifice, just pinning, and the position's already hopeless. Queen here is probably the only move, and now when I take, you have to exchange. And this is just, you're up too much material. In fact, this is just mating soon. Forget about material, this is just checkmating. Yeah, that would have been a possible continuation. Yeah, queen g7, probably the best move in this position right now. And yeah, this is the only hope, in the sense like the only way like you could prolong the game for some time. But knight f5 just crushes. Now too many threats. There are two threats right now simultaneously, and black can deal with both of them. e6 and g6, g7, e7 and g7. This is completely crushing. And black here can take, and then just g7 would be played, and it's a game over. You just take the rook and take the bishop next move, and you're up two pieces, a rook and a knight, and it should be easily winning here for white. And if that, for example, if this is played, then we have e7 probably, and this is also lost for black. Maybe even takes here, and this should be quite crushing. Yeah, it just takes. Probably, yeah, this should be lost here. And the rook's coming. Why you just piece up? Yeah, so that was the game. Thank you guys.